It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
What's going on, y'all? Give me just a second. Okay, okay, y'all. What's going on, country ghetto? What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Let me know that y'all can hear me. That my truck is loud as hell. What's up, country ghetto? What's up, crazy Bubba? Let me know y'all can hear me. But I bet y'all can hear me real good. Uh, not too much. The sound is good. You hear me? Am I buffering? Yeah, it means I'm buffering. I'm not buffering. Okay, yo. I know hopefully y'all hear me. I know my truck is always loud as hell, but tonight we're going to talk about the lovely Miss Janae, aka Mercedes or morr. That'll be extremely long videos. A few little jiggles on how I feel about her death. RIP to her. This is no disrespect or slight to her, her family, or her memory. Okay. First of all, um, being on IG period is a risk. Whenever you put this up on social media, it's a risk. You have some really crazy people and creeps out here. Um, we don't know all kind of lifestyle she could have been living. When I went down her profile, she did never take a bunch of selfies. She didn't show a whole lot of guys. She never identified nobody, except I think one guy that's a brother or cousin that she showed, but never actual somebody that she was actually with. Okay, so it's good to say she probably identified herself as being single, and single women that look like her, of course, tend to do like what they want. You know what I'm saying? And do what they want to do, and yeah, especially when you have a body like that, of course. Okay, but that's her real name. Janae is Janae Gagnier. If I said it correctly. Uh, Nothing's good. What's up, Weez? I like y'all. Weez, come together, dreaming big. Yeah. But she never did identify herself as being nothing else but single on her page. She identified herself. So I think she's a little late, just living her life. She's in her 30s. She's born in 1987, so she's like 34 years old, living her best life. They say she had any children. So she's living her best life, but she doing what she wants to do whenever she's ready. Gorgeous lady. I'm not gonna take that away from her at all. Um, but you just have to be careful with your IG. A lot of these IG models, if you ever have any conversation with them on the low, um, really just don't think life can happen to them. They really, really have this mindset that they can be a lot of mainstream, and certain things are just not real. And I think it's what it is in Miss Janae Gagner. I think Miss Janae didn't really pay attention to who she had around her, not closely enough. You know what I mean? Hopefully, y'all hear me. Hopefully, y'all hear me pretty good. But it's so sad. They say it's a murder suicide, but I think that's really, really more to the story. I hope that her parents uh, do not drop the ball. I hope they keep pushing and pushing. 'Cause I think it's a third or fourth person into this um, that had something to do with her demise. That's cute. But no, I think there's something more to it. Of course, she's got plenty of guys coming after her, gorgeous lady. So I think she was totally set up. I think she was totally set up. I think just a one guy type situation. Even though he may have been the one that done it, sometimes it comes from one person to another person, come down from the head from somewhere else, but water can come somewhere else. The whole idea of hurting her and murder her can come from somewhere else. So I don't think that he was this guy by himself. I believe that he may have come across another guy, met another guy that she's already dating, and did some things to it, and to this particular guy that just probably wasn't true. Put things around to him, and being how sensitive he was, yeah, sensitive he was in the mind, obviously, taking his own life afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Let me say something. The guy obviously is not strong in the mind because he also took his own life also. But still haven't said exactly how he took his own life. But it did say for her she was strangled. Okay. Um, Let me tell you something, ladies. When you deal with these guys and you dealing with them and you're taking their money, you're going out. If you don't really, really like them, but I really interested in them, and I really attracted to them, it's not good to play. And I'm not saying that she was a bad person, but I kind of picked up in her story how something is going and everything's coming out of our story, blah, blah, blah. And there was no forced entry. So, but nobody that followed her nowhere. And besides her, we have those type of widows out there. And she's right there in Houston. Richmond is right outside of Houston, Fort Wayne County, right there on the west side. The apartment she stayed in, I'll show that real quick. The apartment she stayed in, uh, a Portland living. I looked at these apartments myself to go look at. Very nice place. They start off like at $1,200 a month. I mean, she really had nice class, nice space. She just had a quiet taste in living, period. All the way around. People pay attention to her page. Um, so yeah, I think it's a really sad story. You should definitely have more life to live in to do. But I definitely feel like there's a whole other backstory to this that we're probably never, ever, ever going to find out. Okay, but these apartments are right in Richmond, Texas. Okay, Fort Wayne County is extremely strict too. They really don't play any kind of games over there about their neighborhoods, about their communities. Police don't play at all over there. Um, but yeah, sad story. But I just think truth be told, when I'm being completely honest, she's totally finessing this man. Um, and I think that she may have messed around and dated to another guy, and it got back to another guy, and it got back to him. And sometimes men, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, men try to make it seem like women are the only ones that keep really jealous and spiteful, and that's not true. Men can be very, very, very hateful and very spiteful, and they can set up something against you if they feel like you really have taken them. They feel like you really, really have hurt them. She was found dead in her hotel. I mean, not her hotel, but her apartment. Hold on, put her back up. She was found in her apartment, sweetie. Um, Strangled. Oh my God. When you think of strangled, you know she had to put up some kind of a fight. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you kind of imagine that you got to like, oh, you in your apartment, that you open the door and let it in. So they said there was a forced entry. There's a front door to her apartment and there's a garage, and there's absolutely no forced entry on both sides and getting in. Smells like the OTR, but she's found swinging from a hotel by her, I guess, presumed to be boyfriend. Everybody keeps saying sugar daddy, but I don't believe he's a sugar daddy. I believe that this was a real relationship. And, you know, like being like a lot of women that look like her, they just got it going on. And, you know, so, like they're young and they want to live their best life and do whatever they can while they can. So I think that she was in a real relationship with this guy. And I think that he found out she was cheating or whatever. And to you know, to string her is just really something weird because most guys would just beat her up, try to speed her up a little bit, break her nose, break her face, or whatever. You know, that's not an excuse. But most guys are just homie level friend. When they actually really know they place with you, they probably just pull up your car or something, have your car repossessed, they bought it for you or anything like that. Not unless they go to the length actually stringing the life out of you, taking the life out of your body. I just think that this is more just the sugar daddy type relationship. I think it's not disrespectful to keep saying it was a sugar daddy relationship. I think this was a real life boyfriend and girlfriend, maybe even future building uh, type relationship. That's what I really feel about Miss Mercedes. Okay. So yeah, but she was nothing but 34 years old, really, really young. That's heck of young. And I hope that they keep on about it. And somebody had to heard something. I know that it's a predominant apartment, and I'm pretty sure being strangled. Somebody had to hear something on in that apartment. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody heard something, and she could have been saved if 911 would have been called in enough time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think about it like meeting these guys on the internet. I'm pretty sure this guy that ended up well, that they say ended up murdering her. I'm pretty sure she met him probably online from her Instagram page, most likely. But she had over 1 million followers over there. So that's probably most likely where he came from. You can get to know a guy and think you really know him, ladies, and think that you don't really know them. Think that you may not have a real clue as that person. They really, really, truly are. You know? Um, what happened to her was really sad. But I think it's really a real wake up call to a lot of other ladies that may not be watching what you have coming out your house. Just because he's nice to you, just because he gives you money to get you gifts, doesn't necessarily mean he's a real stable individual. You know, so I don't play with men when it comes to they go and I don't play with men like that. If I like you, I like you. And if I don't, I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I say that like men work hard for their money. They get up day to day, they bust their ass, work a 10, 12, 14-hour shifts to get their hands dirty, they bust their back, stand on their feet all day long, still so good, be a mechanic to a warehouse or whatever it is that he does. So they don't play about their money. So the most important thing for a man, I feel like, is this. His mama, the good God above, and his money. Because it doesn't come easy. What's that?
Hey, what's going on, Shave? How you doing? Top of the evening to you.
Hi, sweetie.
Huh?
Hi, sweetie. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can I hear you, sweetie?
Okay. Well, I mean, this is a good topic that you're talking about here. Um, and it's a tragedy what happened to this young girl, but there's a price to pay, and I'm not saying that disrespectfully or any way, shape, form, or fashion. Um, this is the thing that women have to look at when they're out there trying to get the fame and the glory and this, that, and the third, because this is the type of stuff that go with that, especially when you're out there on the internet and stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I mean, by all means, do what you want, but this is a prime example. that goes with the territory, especially when, I mean, because she's a beautiful young lady, you know,
Gorgeous.
and right. I mean, but there is a lot of sick old men out here in this world that will go to any extreme to fulfill whatever needs they need to fulfill. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That, that that's all I wanted to say.
I mean, it's so much is in the unknown about it, but it's so many questions that I have to ask that nobody has an answer to. When you
Well,
stay in the apartment, you hear, because I'm pretty sure she put up a fight to say she's 5'11", but she was a nice height. She's taller than
well,
me. I'm 8, so I'm
but
pretty sure she put up a struggle in that fight and getting strangled with a
you
man.
know, it it kind of makes me think that what all was she really doing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. That's not for me to speculate on, but you know, I would have to ask my question, regardless of the fact whatever she was doing, what happened to her didn't have to happen to her.
Of
You know,
course
it's
not.
just completely wrong on so many levels. But Shape, you you from that other side of the tracks, you know what I'm talking about. When you out there living your life, and you know on that side, hey, but like you said, all the facts ain't out there, you know, of what actually happened, and nobody will probably ever know what really happened in her apartment.
Yeah, but it's too many unanswered questions. I feel for her dad and her mom. She's such a gorgeous girl. I can only imagine having a daughter that grown and just having so much potential and talent and just do whatever she wants to do. And so I just cuts her down because, I mean, she could be totally innocent. We could be totally thinking about this totally the wrong way. He could have just been
She
paranoid.
she very well could be, but I'm gonna tell you right now, whether she was or whether she wasn't, that still didn't give anybody a right to take her life, though. I mean, because you know, I got two daughters myself, you know, and they're of age, you know, but man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Shape, whoever, you know what, I ain't even gonna speak that into existence, but they better leave planet Earth. That's the only way they're gonna be able to get away without me doing something to them.
Yeah, it's just I can only imagine. I can imagine, but everybody's talking speculation that sugar daddy. I think it's so disrespectful to her memory. She could have been totally innocent. She could have been very much in love with this man that took her life, and he just could have been just totally paranoid. Usually, you do have those kind of men that fall madly in love. Yes, how men fall madly in love and they just get extremely paranoid. Don't know what to do when they find so deeply in love, and even the thought of losing you can make them
Right.
crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So she could be totally innocent, y'all. She could be not finessing this dude. She could be not doing nothing to him. I mean, I'm pretty sure he did things for her financially, of course, his gorgeous lady. But it could have been just something she could have been totally innocent. Totally. I,
Or maybe she invited him over there, knew he had some money, and you know probably tried to rough him up, rob him, or I mean, who knows? But without nobody knowing for sure, it's going to be. I mean, like I said, neither here nor there. None of that was she didn't deserve it, what happened to her. Point blank. Period.
we need more answers on this story because this happens like right there close by Houston. And there's a lot of IG models that have big balances right there in Houston. So I think this is really something that's hitting home to my town, especially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, big for things to happen to people like her, but when they ready to kill you, baby, they ready to kill you. It don't matter how beautiful you are or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look home for me. I was actually looking at these apartments to move into. They were actually on my list to go look at. And I was like, wow, really? So of course not with her dying, of course not. for, you know. But I just think it's just too many different things that's not making sense in our whole case. And I don't think the police is doing enough to investigate thoroughly about it. That they run check on his phone, see if anybody sending text messages to him, making up things to him. Because men can be extremely messy, ladies. Men can be totally messy too. You know what I'm saying? They was weak minded enough to take his own life. So that doesn't say sugar daddy to me. They're taking his own stuff out after taking her life. So that doesn't say sugar. That sounds like a man that was in love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most sugar daddies with real big pockets, they know they place. They don't dare take themselves out over no female. They got big pockets. They get any female they want. You know what I mean? You really think about it heavily.
Right.
How old is your daughter, CG?
Which one? I got two.
Both of them. How old are they?
23 and 21.
23 and 21. Lord, they grown too. Oh my God.
Well, my oldest one is married already.
Oh really?
hmm And then my 21-year-old, she's dating, but you know what I'm saying. It's still I have to be on them a little more.
Oh, what you put your gun to? What's up? Your gun in their back. What you be doing to 'em?
Huh?
What you be doing?
You said what I be doing to them?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
to the guy she dates.
Um, Now, like I said, my oldest one is married, so I'll believe you me, it was a thorough screening before that went down.
Yeah,
um, now, now this is the thing, because you know how it was when you were growing up. I know how it was when I was growing up. You know, my youngest one, my 21-year-old, she's of age. She can do what she want. I don't like her boyfriend. She knows that. You know what I'm saying? She knows that, but at the end of the day, that's who she chose to be with. So I just have to be.
you still there? CJ. CJ. I think you lost CJ for a minute. I don't know if it's gonna come back in or not. But yeah, but for those of you who just are coming in, we're talking about the late Mercedes Moore, Miss Janae Gagnier, lost her life last month. I think it was this month, last month. She was found dead in her apartment. She was nothing but 34 years old. She was really young, and as you can see, beautiful lady. A lot of speculations about her death, but I just want to talk about it. For any lady that has any kind of social media following, big or small, when it comes to us meeting these guys offline. Because I got a real funny feeling this guy that ended up taking her life up. I have a friend she met him offline off her Instagram, which again has over 1 million followers. What else I want to say? You have to understand that when it comes to the dating scene, you have to know how to guard yourself well. You have to learn how to date. Because these guys can fool you. These guys can take you for a ride. They can do whatever it takes for out the red carpet. And before you know it, they move themselves into a monster. So she didn't know that she opened the door up to this guy. She opened the door up into letting the monster to her home. She didn't know it. She didn't realize it was too late. That's what I'm saying. You have to be so careful, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that you are worth too much and you're too pretty and too good that you're not worth being hurt. The grave is full of women. They're long before their time, thinking that will nobody hurt them. And I'm pretty sure she had some of the same mindset. I'm pretty sure that a lot of dudes would never hurt her. A lot of just try to do this to impress her. She would think of the other side of emotion and relationship and time invested. some men don't know how to regulate their emotions. Some men don't know how to do it, especially guys that have a lot of money. Like guys that have a lot of money, if you ever come across any guys that have a lot of money,
Mic
if
check,
they
mic check.
get you back,
All right.
that's a lot of money. A lot of them are not emotionally stable. A lot of them have like emotional problems. They just shut off or just go away from everybody or just lash out, be angry at people, and they don't know how. There's nothing there to anchor them. I hope that makes sense to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it feels like with this guy here. I just feel like he probably had a lot of money. She didn't know. The thing that keep going through my mind. She just opened the door that day and they had no clue. And they have no clue this guy's gonna take her out today. She didn't see it coming, ladies. Trust and believe me, she didn't see this coming. She had no idea this is going to happen to her. She didn't think this guy would ever hurt her. This was somebody that's probably spent a lot of time with her, probably took her on trips, brought her anything she wanted. There's no way that she saw this coming. Okay, CJ, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm back. That was totally my fault. I'm still driving for the night, but tried to do too many things at one and got too many things open up. But yeah, I'm here now.
Yeah. That's the reason he keeps getting me that she opened the door to him. If he did, but somebody actually broke in. This somebody she totally trusted. That's what we have to put aside because you speculation about that person's death. No, we have to talk about this kind of thing. If we talk more about this kind of thing, maybe she wouldn't even be dead now.
So, oh man, um, with all this technology we got, you know what I'm saying? There's, and this is for the guys that get obsessed with, the beautiful women out there in the world. You know, it ain't worth it. You ain't got to be going taking nobody's life for a chance. Which is shape. I don't know if you heard about it, but it was a couple of months back where over in Colombia, where our IG model shoot, yeah, they did her something horrible on IG Live.
Oh my God.
Huh?
Oh my God, for real?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Shot and killed her on IG Live.
baby. Baby, I'm telling you, ladies, life is not a joke, honey. Life is not a joke. Don't take it as such. Don't take it as such, honey. It's really real out here. You got some people that really are off their rockers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take her down first.
But that's kind of what I was saying a little while ago. With my girls as they were coming up, and don't get me wrong, my daughters are beautiful, but at the same time, hey, look, this is what go with that. You know what I'm saying? When you out here and you want to try to be this, you want to try to be that, hey, you got to look at the bad side with the good side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's good in it and there's bad in it, but most people, they don't want to pay attention to the bad side. They just want to good all the time.
I'm gonna give you a backdrop of me. Now, I dated a guy. I was with him actually. We actually stayed together, and he was ex-military man. And all the time we were dating, we just weren't going out before I let him move in or whatever. He had perfect personality. Perfect personality. Picked me up. He said he was. Do other things he said he was gonna do. Everything you can think of, almost like this, right? I stayed about 2 months after he moved in. 360. I didn't know he put on such a good act. I didn't know he was shell shocked. He's a Navy SEAL. right? And a lot of military men are self-shocked. You don't know what they are. They tell you that they're not, but they are. All things they had to do out there. And I didn't know that he was. He put on such a good act, y'all. Such a good act. I had no damn idea didn't see she coming at all. And he started having night sweats. Man in bed next to me, getting up and swinging in the air. Nothing, nothing was there attacking him. Things like that. And then slowly it would get to like yelling and screaming and things like that. And then slowly got to pushing me into walking. Like, I go through full details about it, but it got extremely, you can almost say kind of extremely dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
it slowly progressed up to that. But the thing about it is, I should have saw it when I was in the dating phase. But women like her get so caught up in the Louis bags, Ferrari, the Birkin bags, the trips, the cars. They don't really think the personalities and ways of these guys. You know what I'm saying? So this could be prevented all the way around. A whole death could be prevented. When I think about her, I think about my own past situations, and I think about if I paid more attention and I took my own life more seriously, I put more stipulations and more responsibility on myself for a while I ain't taking my own life. Because you have to understand, Mercedes could be you. Mercedes could be your friend. Mercedes could be your sister, your cousin. This is just so real. And everybody posts up about it just for content. But for me, this kind of hit like it touched the home. Not because it's close to the house, but close. She didn't have no idea. She had no idea. And a lot of us ladies don't until it's almost too late. Now, I got out of that bad situation. He was very aggressive, grabbing me, pushing me into all that, boots onto my arm, and stuff like boots on my chest, and things like that. And now he never took his fist and beat me. But I would have stayed, CG, if you can hear me, if I would have stayed, if I would have got to that point where I started getting blows by his fist. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was slowly progressing to that area anyway. And so finally I told my mom about it, and my mom started coming over like every other day about it. Because she was really kind of being extremely crazy. Like I give you an example, like one time I had changed the locks or whatever, and I think he still was able to get into the apartment without kicking in the door and without busting the window. And I still to this day, CG, that have no goddamn idea how he got his ass in my apartment. I still don't. Not one clue. See, you still there? I guess I lost him again.
No, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Okay, I hear you. Okay. Yeah, but it will slowly get to that point though. To the point where it actually started bashing me. But it wasn't there at first. But when I think about it now, certain things that I shouldn't pay attention to now, I just went right past it. I was just so excited for the relationship. That it was handsome, had benefits, being able to Navy SEAL, had a job, had a car, been extremely nice, been extremely sweet to me. I thought I was a lucky one. I thought I was to have him. That's the God honest truth. But I never let it get the first time he grabbed me, the first time he was waking up and he out his sleep swinging at the air. I didn't have the sense to get out of there then. So my shoulders. I think Mercedes saw some kind of sign with this guy coming that something's really, really off about him. But so relaxed in the lifestyle that she was living with him that she's clearly ignored. They don't say you have to look at it like that also. Say it.
Hold, hold on 1 second there, Shape. Be back in the spot.
Yeah, I don't know where y'all stepping on it. I know y'all got sisters and brothers and cousins that want that fast money, want that fast lifestyle, or not to be out here playing with people's feelings.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it kind of goes with that territory. You know what I'm saying? See something, say something. But you know, um, and actually, talk to these females that you may know, and especially when you know that they're doing this or doing that. You know what I'm saying? You never know how you can uh, change somebody's mindset. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I think certain things that's pretty cute, or even did that for me, but you don't know a certain times about it. You know, he has a quick, half the time he don't listen to you. Like, I was on your phone all the time. Yeah, you been kissing onto the real jealousy traits that he's already showing. I mean, this whole thing is really sad, and to me, it had no business happening. Because, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense why she's murdered. There's so many different angles why she's murdered. But the whole thing is just right.
No, that ain't never gonna make no sense. You said it makes sense why she's murdered? Is that what you
It,
said?
it makes sense. I mean, you understand the term why, different levels of why, and different angles of why. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's not enough answers to her death. I just don't think police are doing enough to. I believe it's a third party in it. I
Well,
really, really,
you know, Shape, I watched this deal yesterday while I was over at this place getting loaded. I can't remember the name of the show, but it's one of those crime shows, you know what I'm saying? And it was in Dallas. This girl was a track star. Grew up, married this guy, had 2 kids with the dude, then divorced the dude, and kind of cordially dealt with the dude. Dude, I mean, there were over 100 um, different police records of her calling the police because he done beat her up or threatened to kill her, and the police didn't ever do anything about the situation until he wound up killing her. And the bad thing about it, she was on the phone with 911 as the dude was killing her. But
Lord, brother.
it took the girl's mom and her sister to go over to her house and find her like 3 days later, dead in the bathtub.
Oh, Lord.
You know, so it's it's stuff like that you know a lot of these, and a lot of women throw a blind eye to.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I'm not a female, so but we see some of the crazy dudes that women date. So you know, if a guy come up and tell you, "Oh, hey man, your buddy right there crazy," you might want to listen before it's too late.
You know, another thing about Mercedes' case, y'all, that kind of bothers me is they haven't put up enough about his background. Like the guy who's be the supposed killer in the whole stuff. We don't know if it's the one that killed her, because they say it killed itself, but it could be the third person that killed both of them. We don't really know. But they haven't done a whole lot about the guy in question that took his own life. They haven't put out a whole lot about his background. Like, does he have a record? Things like that. It didn't say that Mercedes had any previous records before. They haven't said so yet. He just died. A family put him to rest like 2 days ago. Um, that's the part where they want. I think she was on child, I think. So that's just imagine how this feels to them, of course. Um, but yeah, y'all just be careful, ladies. Just be careful. To me, I'm gonna say this: don't ever get too relaxed in any kind of relationship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said it all right there. I mean, to the females, be careful. Uh, don't be afraid to say something to somebody when you encounter these weirdo ass dudes. Don't try to keep everything in the dark. You know, let people know what you got going on, whether it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? You might not. I mean, wise man once told me, if you're ashamed of what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. Not saying that that's the case for her, but you know what I'm saying. If you're doing something you're ashamed of, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Yeah, that much, that much is true.
Con- the
But when I
consequences are real
say
out here.
that,
Cause go ahead.
okay, when I say that, don't ever get too relaxed in any kind of relationship, whether you just have a certain agreement, or you have a full-fledged husband or wife, or you're just in the beginning stage of a relationship. So somebody you start to see a change in that person. Don't let it slide. Because like with my situation, with I had my neighbor, so things started to grow. And I think it's the same thing that happened to Mercedes, aka uh, with this particular gentleman, if he's the only one that was involved in the I believe things started to progress to get to he didn't just open up he didn't just get one phone call from one guy that tried to tell her something different about her and decided when they go up and choke her. You know what I'm saying? This is something, especially a beautiful girl as this. You know what I'm saying? You know, you need to jump off like that. You have to have this in building for a while. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, she wasn't attention to those signs at all. I have so many different things that keep tugging at me about her story and the whole sugar daddy thing everybody keeps saying. I don't think it's nowhere near what this is, y'all. Nowhere near what happened to her at all.
Yeah.
I don't.
This is it. Maybe I missed it. This is that girl Mercedes, right?
Yeah, Mercedes Morgan. Her real name is
Okay.
Janae. Hey,
Right,
Gag.
right, right, right. Willie D did a video on her. Was it last week or this last week? Um, and spoke on it. When I I guess I wasn't paying attention when you said her name, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's a tragedy. But like I said, this is for the ladies, for you ones, for the ladies that's out there all over Instagram doing this and doing that. You know, hey, this it ain't that serious. It ain't that serious because you got weirdos out there, and it'd be the one that you be least expecting.
I'm gonna show one more thing. Now, supposedly in her apartment, the assailant, the murder suicide guy, supposedly wrote things on her apartment wall. Okay, they put it up on the internet, and it says, "I was used for my money." But why would that's what I'm saying? That's why I think it's a third person involved. Because normally for a crime of passion, it's like hurts when you're hurt, when actually emotionally destroyed by somebody doing you dirty. You're not gonna take out the time to wrestle with them and struggle with them to strangle them. So I'm pretty sure it's put up a fight, right? And then turn around and take out the time to write something on the wall. And as you can see, it's in two different colors. You see that I was used. You see that, y'all? You see the bottom is a whole different color. That's why I feel like there's a third person involved in this whole story.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? Nobody takes the time to do that. Normally, when a man or woman is killed for a crime of passion, that person's just dumped somewhere. They just put it by the trunk. They just kill him and shoot and stab him, and they take off running. Now, so do you see that? They posted that for last week, I think. That's inside her apartment wall, right outside the bedroom. I think it's supposed to be right outside. You see how it's written As long as it's different, written in two different prints, like two different handwriting. You see that?
Yeah.
That y'all see that right there?
Hmm.
So yeah, it's definitely more to it. I hope that her parents get more into the story and more to what happened to her. They get full justice for the memory of her. Her life totally cut short. Um, and and bring this third person, who I believe there is a third person involved, to justice. Absolutely believe it. I don't believe this guy works solely on his own. Um, I believe maybe he probably trusted somebody else to come with him to confront her about something, and they just turned on both him and her both. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it's all kinds of things going through my head, but you don't take out the time to say I was such and such and such. Wow.
But
um,
but this also could be a message too, man. Hey, look, ladies, still be leery of them dudes that's super nice to you. Want to do this and want to do that for you. Still be don't buy into it, because them usually be the cockaloo ones, the ones that's got a couple screws loose. I mean, you may look at it as a come up, but it also could be your demise too. Because like I said, you just never know about these guys these days.
definitely can't. You most definitely, definitely can't. But thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I wanted to get more of my ladies involved. I know it's late and I'm way.
You
Uh,
should have done it during the daytime, Shape, instead of at
hey,
late at night.
I'm in New York. Don't talk to me. I'm in New York.
New,
I gotta
well,
work my
I
way.
don't know why. I don't know why you up in New York. You ain't got no business being up there. Everything is super high up there too. Yeah, you ain't got no business being up there.
I had no choice. I had to come to New York, get to Connecticut, and I had a hard time. Let me tell you what happened to me. Okay, but we're gonna skip off a little bit about Mercedes a little bit. I end up taking off Highway 15. For those
Who?
that don't feel like me, and Highway
Who?
15, Highway 15 in New York City, in New Jersey at the time, has a clearance of 12.9. And you know, it's not clear this truck. So my ass had to bag back on the feeder road, bagging backwards. So I almost made it to the fucking exit. And then right when I got to the fucking exit, bagged through that way, and I said, I'm just the whole traffic today to give me a ticket because I'm not going to tell off the roof of my truck, right? And they stopped me. We just said, oh Lord, here we go. So I get my ID out because I already know the routine, right? And he said, well, go put your ID up. I said, we already know what's happening, right? I said, we gonna guide you to the bridge. I said, now it say 12.9. This truck is 13.6. You can go through the middle, but you gotta take up both lanes. So they made after I did all that damn work, then I almost shitted myself because I'm New York, New Jersey driving, I'm crazy, right? Banging myself up. Oh, no. You laughing. You so laughing. Banging myself up on the feeder road, which where there was feet on the side in the first place, right? They blowing at me, they cussing at me, throwing cups in my truck, all kind of stuff up here. New Jersey don't play, right? And you gonna tell me now you want me to go forward? Now because there's a light back there, you got a four-way traffic, but they like blocking my car and more chance to have an accident. I said, oh my God. So they blocked the traffic behind me. And guess what, CG? I was able to make it through that 12.9 clearance in the damn middle, taking up
Well,
both lanes.
you Shape, you do know just as well as I do that they put that 12.9 clearance on there, but normally it's normally a foot taller than what they say it is. Because there's over where I live at, when I take the back road when I'm coming home sometimes, there is a train bridge right there and it says 12.6 on it. Well, I know at the tip of my exhaust tips it's 12.8. You know what I'm saying? But I can still go underneath that bridge. So yeah, it's usually a foot taller. But yeah, stay off them roads you ain't never been on before, Shay. Quit trying to take them shortcuts.
Yeah, I thought it say U.S. highway on the things, U.S. highway. But here in New Jersey, they take no trucks. And I didn't have no choice because, they drive so crazy. A lady did like this to me. And I literally had no choice but to go like this. And had like a particular pole right there. I couldn't bring my truck like this way. What I'm saying? To get back in the real US highway. So you
Boy,
just
you.
wet bullet. I have to piss myself. That was in broad daylight. It's 1 p.m. in the afternoon on Highway 15 in damn Jersey.
Yeah, yeah. Quit taking shortcuts, shape. It's not gonna
I'm
save you.
not damn
It's
hungry.
not gonna. It's not gonna
I'm
save you any more money. It's
not
not gonna make shape. Listen to me. Taking them shortcuts ain't gonna make you no more money.
I wasn't trying to. I was trying to get to this damn Honda. You know when you get the echo here in New York
Oh
City,
man,
it's different.
shit. Hey, I've been doing the most this week, man. I left on Sunday. I drove from Atlanta to McDonough, Georgia, Sunday. Dropped off. Then I went from McDonough to Waycross, Waycross back over to Savannah, Savannah to where am I at now? Snyder, Texas, which is just south of Lubbock. Yeah, I've been moving. But I'm gonna go in this truck stop and get me a shower. I just want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. Sincerely yours, Nadia. She, she's a character.
Why did we get up on the chat tonight? And talk about. I want to read about a lot of my ladies to chime in. I know it's kind of late, but I had to boogie. But y'all hit the comment section of if you follow my theory about Miss Mercedes. You know anything more than her than what they already posted, please but don't take what happened to her very lightly.
Um,
And,
Shape. I don't know if you watch. You know Willie D. He's got his own YouTube channel. Um, go find that because he did a story on that. He may have put some information out. I just don't remember though.
yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot to go on more than me though, because they haven't really done that in certain cases. I'm thinking it's kind of weird. I think it's kind of weird right about now, but people post rest in peace. Um, hope they don't do on this case at all. At all. Hope they keep coming out with more updates. For the year over with about what happened, and so we get to see what's actually going on, what happened to her. Um, and it's not that negates you from dating or meeting anybody. It's just to keep you to have discernment, and you guys, just start paying more attention to what you have. I know I made that kind of mistake before, but yeah, just I'm pretty sure this could be avoided with her. She should be here. It's right before the holidays. They bury their baby, so I know this is extremely hard for them. Christmas is right around the corner, Thanksgiving right around the corner. So yeah, you said there's a pyramid, amen. Well, I mean, but some women that don't, they're just that's what don't even believe in that as far as relationship goes, don't believe in the Lord showing them anything. Some women don't. Some women just go super chick by girls, just being happy, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all. Thank you so much. Like button, subscribe, comment down below, and this is your shape.